Hey Stampers, Gaynor again. Sorry if I sound a bit hoarse. It's actually my birthday today, but you won't see this until the middle of November. But you've got to plod on, and I've got to keep myself busy. I've had a wonderful day, and I've had some gorgeous, gorgeous presents. I've had hundreds of messages. Like I say, you won't see it for 2 weeks, but thank you, thank you, thank you anyway. I'm doing another card I've done before. It's called a pull-out fancy fold card, and I think I've done it, this is about the 4th time now, but I've done another Christmas card. I've got a tiny little boo-boo there I'm hoping I can get out. If not, I'll have to just stick a gemstone on it. Probably a gemstone. Oh, I don't think it's that noticeable, to be honest. Tiny little thing. But here it is. It's using the... oh, is it? I can't think what they're called. Those papers, but the back of them, and the dashing deer. And I just added a few little details. The happiest of Christmas I just stamped on plain paper. I think I've got some, yeah, I've got it over there spare. These are out of my scraps, white. I've got a little tub here I keep all my scraps of white in. And it's got, and I think it stands up beautifully. Absolutely gorgeous. Happy Christmas wishes, remembering you this season with warm thoughts and a wish for everything merry. And you can still see the sentiment when the card is closed as well. So let's get going. Let's get ready to rumble. I always thought the Dash and Dee had retired, but hadn't. They'd retired it and fetched it back as a cling stamp, I think. Or is it still photo part? No, cling. Yeah, I had the old one, but it has come out as a cling stamp, so this is the clear mount. This is hence the reason I thought it was retiring. There's my deer. There's those. You get 2 of those, which is fabulous. And you do get, I think you get 4 of them, but oh, there they go. There they are. They're sticking to my silver. I've got my dimensionals. I don't know what that's for the sentiment on the front. These are the pieces that I'm going to cut the sentiment out of, and the inner sentiment as well. I've chosen to use basic grey cardstock as well as smoky slate. I think the 2 together look really nice. You could even go for grey granite as well, because that's another nice grey colour. I think I might have to trim that. Oh no, that's not too bad. Just gives me a little 1/8 of a border all the way round. So this piece is 4 1/8, or is it? I can't remember. I did it yesterday, so I always film. I always do my cards in a day early, and then I've got something to film the next day. They're 5 1/2. These are by 4 1/8. Yes. Then this is cut at 4 by 9 3/4. Oh, I do sound a bit hoarse, don't I? Sorry. So you don't need to fold this one. This is just plain white card. It's going to go on the back, so we've got somewhere to write a message. And that is cut at 4 by 5 3/8. So there's all my die pieces. I've got a piece of silver foil. This is cheap stuff, as you can tell from the back. This is cut at 4 1/4 by 4, or 4 1/2 by 4 1/2, I think. But it's plenty. Yeah, 4 1/2 squared. It's plenty to cut all the pieces out you need. So let me turn that over so it doesn't glare everybody. I do love this set. I love this. I think it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this deer as well, but I wanted it for that one. That's why I bought the dies. Just so I could have that and those. Silly really, but you've got to have them. So this is the designer series paper. You can choose which way round you want it, because I still think it would look lovely even with the pattern. So you'll need one at 3 7/8 by 2 7/8, and it's 3 7/8 by 2 1/8. Let me show you actually. Don't look at that one yet, we haven't got to that one. But they're the measurements. But I've changed mine to 4 1/8. But if you're American, you can leave yours at 4 1/4 if you want. Now you get a bigger border. But everything else. And then you've got 3 7/8 by 2 7/8, 3 7/8 by 2 1/8, 2 3/8 by 2 1/8, and 2 1/8 by 1 3/8. Mine have cut to that size, and that was cut to 2 1/4. But I realised I could have gone an extra 1/4 of an inch there. So I got a smaller border. That's why I've changed them. And these could be pulled down a bit and then taken up a little bit higher. But it's entirely up to you. I'm sticking with what I've cut out. Sorry about that. You'll need 2 of these then. Like I say, I've cut these to 2 1/4 by 2 1/8. But you could get away with 2 3/8 by 2 1/4, 2 1/8. And you're going to need 2 at 2 1/8 by 1 3/8. These are actually 1 1/4. Yeah, I could have taken them, like I'm saying, but I've already cut them out, so... And then you're just going to need enough to stamp the sentiment, the small one, and this one's for the wider one. We're just going to cut them out by hand anyway, so let's get a bit of stamping done first. I know people would say, you've got to get better at it. It's only in my throat. It's not gone onto my chest, so I'm okay. So that's the straight edge. I'm going to try and keep the straight edge down the bottom. Tap it into my ink. And I'm just lining it up, because we are going to cut that out anyway, so I've probably got enough for another 2 there. Right, yeah, I'm a skinflint when it comes to the Whisper White. I like to keep it as much as I can. So I'm going to turn this one that way, that's right. I'm going to cut this one out as well, so let's keep my straight edge down here. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I don't feel ill. I feel a little bit run down, but not majorly ill, so... Right, the cardstock that's going on the back of the card. I mean, you could choose a nicer colour than black if you wanted. I just thought it's either going to be black or grey anyway, so let's pop these. Give myself a little border. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then one this side as well. You could do all 4 sides if you want, but I'm just doing it for a little bit of decoration on the side. It's not going to be the longest video in the world because I don't think that my throat would take much more than the length of this card. But we're going to get it done anyway. We're going to make it look beautiful. And people think you'd spend hours then doing this, but you haven't. It's beautiful. And I love the way the grey gives that border all the way around, giving you the layers. Beautiful. So let's set them aside. They're going on there. We're going to do some die cutting as well. We're going to do some fussy cutting. I mean, basically, it's not really fussy cutting. It's just, I want to try and keep a straight line. So that's the piece we're going to use. And then, just want to keep this straight as well. Oh, I can keep that bit, see. I told you I was a skinflint when it comes to me Whisper White. And then taking some smaller snips. I'm just going to trim off the bits we don't need. Mr. Boyce woke me up this morning with his card to me on my pillow with a single red rose, bless his little soul. And the thing he wrote inside his card, well, he made me cry, so I said to him, he's naughty for making me cry. Tears of joy, of happiness. Obviously, the things he puts inside them cards, God bless his little soul, he knows how to say the right things. I love him so much. Right, I know I've gone a little bit past. If you ever go too far with your scissors, Just give it a rub over and it melds the fibres back together and you can't see it then. And it makes it look nice and smooth. But there's that beautiful Christmas sentiment. That's why I had the dimensionals out, so I could add them on the back. Where's me pokey tool? Oh, there we go. We can prep these ready now, can't we? So one either side. And just one in the middle there. You could use a chunk off the side if you wanted, but we've got all the little bits now prepped. So I'm going to fetch my trimmer in. I've got ribbon there as well to tie a bow. I'm absolutely freezing cold. The heating's on and I just can't get warm at all. So we're going to pop this in. I'm pulling my blade down to 7.5. We're going to pop this in at 1.5. And press down, and we're going to cut from 7.5 to 3, or you can go from 3 to 7.5. Perfect. And you remove that. And you're going to pop this in at 3 and score down to the line. Going to take this to 5.25. And we're going to score all the way through. And then I know this is going to be at 7 because I can see the end of my cut line. And we're going to 7.5 actually. And we're going to score up to the cut line. And that's it. So simple. This goes forward, this goes back, and that folds over just like that. Gives that a burnish now. But, perfect. Do you know for some reason it's supposed to come all the way to the edge? Maybe my trimming skills. I'm just going to pop that on there. Give it a burnish. It's not quite to the end, but it doesn't matter. It's a beautifully laid out card anyway, so there we go, there's that mechanism. So this piece, if I'd have cut that the right way now, I mean, you could I suppose, once you could put that on there, you could have that dash into you then, just on there, and it would still look just as nice, but I like all the silver, so I'm using the reverse. Now, I shared my designer series paper with the gorgeous Sandra Rowland, and she had 2 of them, and I had 2, and she had 2 of these. We had to share the pack, so I only had enough to do this card on this one, so I chose the reverse. This is all the silver and the white background. This is the white in there and the silver background, so it's nice to share with your friends, isn't it? She wanted to use the paper, but like myself, we don't use a lot of it, so I thought, why not share? So we shared a packet. That way at the end of the Christmas season, I won't be stuck with leftover DSP. Because they fetch it out all the time, there's something new all the time. I likes to deplete my stockpiles, so I've got space ready for next year's. So for me, it was all about making space ready for next year as well at the same time. So that piece is going on there. I love this stuff. Oh, I love the art glitter glue. And I've just got a fraction of a border all the way around it, if you noticed. Oops. Come on. Before you said, that's it. Oh, there was a little bit of wiggle space in that then, didn't notice. So it's just a matter of piecing up. You want to try, like I'm saying, I want to keep these level, but look at the gap there. I've got plenty of space, so So I'm just going to shifty that up a little. I can't, now it's on. But you've got enough to add an extra 1/8 of an inch. Hence the reason, don't cut at 4 1/4, cut at 4 3/8. That way it gives you an extra little bit on the side. I actually put this in the middle, but really speaking you should be trying to line up your DSP at the bottom with this side. As long as it's not going on, that's it, perfect. And then we've got these 2 pieces and they get layered on there. That one, oh I think I cut them once the right size, yeah I must have done, because they're being perfect. The grandkids phoned me earlier, so yeah, I've been trying to save my voice for when they were going to ring me anyway, so we've had a laugh and a giggle, bless them. Frankie man telling me about his Halloween outfit. He's going as a spooky clown. I said Bumpy is too, I said he's going as it off the film. He says, I know Nanny, he tried to scare me last year. He's so cute. Oh look, I might have to trim that a little bit off because it seems to be hanging over. Just give me a sec. Oh, it is quite a fair bit actually. I must have cut that right. I'll tidy that up. It was just covering my score line, so I mustn't have cut that to the right side. But there I go. A pair of scissors is your best friend. So, there we go. There's all the layering done. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, you could have definitely afford to. I know you can do. You know, I've got enough here to tie a little bow. I wonder if I can get a good retrieval here now. Watch. It's only for the to go around the deer's neck, obviously. I don't know why that's sticking up there. Did I flick that right? Oh, I'm in a bit of a pickle there, again. Let's do it on there actually. So I need to go around the deer's neck. I did tie the other one manually. There's quite a fair bit there hanging off in there. There we go, got a nice little bow there. That's cute. I don't like that. See, when you pull the bows, the ties the wrong way, it bends the loops. And I always use tape anyway on the back. I don't use a glue dot because I think they're a bit flimsy, glue dots. So let's cut that off. That's pretty level. So that's ready for there. If I cut that straight and that bit straight, I might be able to make a little cheeky recovery here if it's long enough. Oh, not quite, look at that. So I'm going to cut, I don't think I've got any more left. Just give me 2 seconds. This is literally my last, and it's there, and let's fingers crossed. Oh, perfect. I've got enough. I'm going to do a cheeky little recovery now. I'm just going to trim that end off, and that one as well. I'm just going to give it another little skimping. Something's moving in my room and I'm not even touching it. Got the ghosty bug. That's perfect, that is. And now, if I cut that one the same length, for that side, let's just check. Perfect. Ooh, we're going to do some. But if you cut them to 1 3/8, you won't have to do this bit. That's literally, that is the last bit of my ribbon. I have this, which is exactly the same width, 1/8 of an inch. I love how improvising, you know, you've made a little bit, well, this is not boo-boo, it's just, I realised afterwards that I should have cut it a little bit bigger. Let me just trim that off. Perfect. Love this tape, it's just so strong, it's unreal. Perfect, look at that. Nice little improvise there with the last bit of ribbon I got. Look at that, that is so cute now, isn't it? Isn't that lovely? Oh, I love it. Let's just see if I can, it's a little bit overhanging. I can't get in with them. I should be able to get in with these. They're not sharp enough. I don't want it sticking up. Oh, I can't get in with them either. Oh, that'll do. That is beautiful. I'm just going to pop a bit of glue under there. I know all this messing around. That's better. Oof, we've done it. We've done it, girls, we've done it. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So now we just need to attach. And all we're doing is gluing this section. Don't want to touch this bit. And then just hold the two together. Doesn't matter which way round because we haven't attached anything else. You want to make sure you've got that tiny little border all the way round the front and at the back. Careful to come back a little bit. Perfect, absolutely perfect. And then just swoosh those bits down that are getting stuck on. There's that kind of lies flat, it's got a nice little border all the way around. Perfect. Perfect. Look, there it is, and it stands up beautifully. Love it. So, let me attach this as well while the glue is out. Oh, I do apologise. That can get attached right on up there. Nice and straight. I find these a pain in the arse to get off the back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Pain in the butt. Sometimes they come off and sometimes they don't. They weren't too bad today. So I'm making sure this stays in the centre because there's no fold line there. So I know that it's not going to interrupt. Obviously I can't put it there because it would bounce back up. And then our piece is going on the back. Just checking my batch is okay. Nice little border, and it doesn't matter which way round you put this on because the pattern's on either side. Perfect. All ready for our message to be wrote before we add it to our envelope. Let's pop that over there now. Right, let me just... Oh, there's a glare, sorry. Let me just measure this. Wow, okay. If I cut that down to 3 inches, I'll be able to fetch my little machine in. Wicked. Down now to 3. That was 2. So now I don't think I've cut it wide enough. What am I like? Oh, let's hope I can manoeuvre it on there. Oh my goodness. No, I've cut it too short, haven't I? You silly sausage gainer. What am I like? Oh, let me just see. What have I got over here? Oh, it's not big. Probably is, but where have I got? There it is. I'm just going to do it on this one. We'll do all the rest on the little one. I don't want to waste anything. What am I like? Cutting it 2. I'm silly sausage, and there we go. Oops. Let me just poke those out. There we go. How cute. We've got a little piece in there. One there. And one there. There we go. If you've got damaged plates, so you don't get anything on your, oh, what's it called, on your foil sheets, you can pop a slice of paper in between and it will stop all those impressions going on top. So there's his little bow and him. Let me, there's those 2 pieces. Thing is, they haven't give you opposites, they're both exactly the same. So you can cut from behind, but I don't like that. And then I'm going to cut the piece of 4 little flowers on. Whoops. So let me just find a slice of paper. You really want some photocopy paper just to stop it from making any damage to anything. 3 inches. It's doubled over. Get a little shim with it then, but it helps protect the DSP as well. You don't get no nasty implements off the top plate then. Just got these little loops. You've just got to be careful. There we go. Oops. Oh, that's not cut quite all the way through, is it? Right, let me just... just run that again. There we go. I know it's coming off this time because it's there. Access die release paper. Whoops. Oh, that's just to poke out the other bits now. Perfect. That's got it. Perfect. You can use the die brush if you want, but they're so fiddly. They don't take seconds to come out. There's that one. Just peel them from the back if you want. Sinus tablets, that's what I should take. I've got some downstairs, just keep forgetting to take them. There's 2 little bits there, sorry for taking so long. There's that one. Just flick them out. There we go. Keep a little dies to one side. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, fingers and thumbs. Oh, I'm being a pain, aren't I? Taking my time, sorry. They're so tiny. Pop that out. Maybe just pop them out would be quicker. I wonder if they want to come out. There we go. Hear that foghorn sound? That's my boiler. Needs a new fan. Oh, look how small they are. I wish I'd pre-cut these out now. There we go. Last one. Oh. There we go, let's got that one. That was a bit quicker. Oh ladies, I'm so sorry. Done. Yay! Sorry about that, girls. Right, I like to pop these away because I don't want to lose them. You get, I thought you had 4 of them as well, but 1, 2, 3. That was, no, you only get 3. Right, there we go. Let's build our card. So, let's grab some glue. You can use the adhesive back sheets as well. Perfect. And I'm just going to position him on the card. So I've got a cloth here that I'm not going to rub, I'm just going to dab. And if you get bits on him, they buff up a treat. Oh, fussy, aren't I? I'm just being overly fussy now. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be like that. So here goes. I mean, you could add more sentiments there if you wanted to. Don't squeeze it too hard, Gaynor. I just want to make sure I've got a bit of glue on all the loose bits so they don't stick up. And I popped one down in this corner. And then this one, you could cut more out if you wanted, and have a, you know, you could frame the top half of this. But it's entirely up to you. I'm just a long-winded sod, aren't I? And then pop this one in this corner. I'm not doing anything, you know, overly exciting. So I just add in, and then wherever they touch, they're going to stay, because I don't want to move the glue and start rummaging. This one's still got little bits hanging off the back. There we go. There it is, look. It doesn't want to come off there. Crikey, that's got way too much glue on it. Just using a clean finger, you can now pat them flat. There it is. Oh, I'll forget my head if it was loose. So, just one more thing for me to do now, and I know it's the tiniest of bows, but I do prefer to put tape on it. And this time, I'm only like grabbing 1/4 of an inch. Pop that on the back. Perfect. Pull off the back in, and then I can add that to my beautiful little reindeer. And if you needs to, now you can trim down the tails if you don't think, if they think they're too long or anything. That's his way. And I'm just going to take a few of these little stars that I have. I'm going to pop one up here. I'm going to have one here. And I'm just going to pop one here above the reindeer. I've done it! Hooray! Finally! There we go. There's that beautiful. Oh, it's lovely. So there's the one we've just done. You could use a different colour, like I'm saying. You could use silver. You could use grey. You know, it's entirely up to you. Oh, I just think it's so adorable. I did try a little gemstone, but they're slightly too big to give me an eye. But yeah, see the difference there. I don't know, for some reason I cut them the right length because they're perfect. See how I've lifted them up? That's why I've got that big gap there, so I've enhanced that now with the ribbon. But you could get away with it, like just lower it slightly, but what we all like to do is to keep a line along the top and bottom all nice and level and straight. But there we go. There's that. Look, I'm going to trim that off as well and get that sorted. Now I can see. Yeah, just a little fraction too long. I will trim that off with my... in fact, I use my scalpel for that. But there we have it. Sorry I was so long-winded getting those die cuts out. But I should have just used my die brush. There we go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And they are absolutely beautiful. Fit inside a normal size envelope and everything. I'd love a thumbs up and a share. That would be amazing. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, I don't always sound like this. So press the bell, come back when I'm feeling better, and you'll hear the true me. Until next time, take care everybody. Love you all. Bye.